Did you know that losing your phone could mean losing access to your personal data, work emails, and even sensitive company information? Mobile devices are everywhere, but they're also one of the easiest targets for hackers and thieves. In this video, we'll show you how to secure your mobile devices, from setting up screen locks and remote wipe features to encrypting your data and choosing trusted apps. Don't let your phone become a security risk. Watch now and protect your data like a pro. Secure mobile devices. Mobile devices are meant to be taken everywhere, and we are more likely to lose them or have them stolen. It is therefore important to secure it, both to protect our personal data and that of the company when it is used professionally. Screen lock. An easy method to protect access to your mobile devices is through the use of screen lock. When your devices are not in use, their screens will automatically lock, and it is necessary to use one of the following techniques to unlock them. Fingerprint recognition. Most devices today have a fingerprint reader. Facial recognition. Some devices now have the ability to recognize a face by creating a 3D profile of the user. This allows you to unlock the phone without having to touch the screen. Schema. It is a pattern chosen by the user that is made by touching the screen. PIN or password. These devices are set to have a maximum number of attempts to unlock the screen, and if the number of tries is exceeded well. On iOS, the content of the phone is erased. On Android, the phone or tablet is locked, and you have to unlock the device by logging in to the Google account linked to that device. Locate and delete content remotely. Your mobile devices today all have GPS, Global Positioning System features, and this feature can be very handy if your mobile device is lost or stolen, as it can allow you to locate that device. On Android, for example, you can use your Google account to locate a device. Other functions are then available, such as ring the phone, lock the device to prevent someone from using the phone if they know the way to unlock it, erase device data, automatic backups. Unlike our desktop computers that can be constantly connected to the network, mobile devices are constantly in motion, and therefore, it can be difficult to perform automatic backups on these systems. Fortunately, iOS or Android have automated backup features that are usually done when devices are connected to a Wi-Fi network. These backups are generally made to the cloud and most often concern user files, such as message archives, photos, etc. It is also possible to make complete backups of applications, call history, device settings, contacts, calendar, etc. If you need to replace your phone with a new one, well, it is possible to restore everything so that the new device is in the same condition as the old one. On iOS, well, it's with iCloud that this backup is done, while on Android, it's with Google Drive. But in both cases, there are solutions with third-party applications, firewalls, antivirus, and system updates. Generally, the operating systems of mobile devices do not integrate a firewall, mainly because on mobiles, the traffic is mostly outbound. There are, however, third-party firewall apps, especially on Android, and must be configured and managed by the user. There are also solutions for companies that are configured and managed centrally by a system administrator. In the same way, mobiles usually don't include antivirus in their default configurations. Although on iOS the system is tight and security updates are frequent, on Android, malware seems to be easier to find its way through, and that's why there are antivirus apps on Android. Overall, our mobile devices are quite well secured, and if a vulnerability is known, it is very quickly corrected, hence the importance of always keeping the operating system up to date. It can be noted that on Android, applications work in what is called a sandbox. This means that they are isolated from the rest of the system until you give them permissions to do so, such as permission to access contacts or permission to access files. Full device encryption. As with computers, encrypting the entire device is a great security measure to protect your data. These features are included in mobile operating systems and for iOS. For example, the key to encrypt data is your Face ID and your passcode. In Android, full disk encryption has been introduced since version 4.4, and it is the password or lock pattern that will serve as the key. We have to be careful because a large part of the applications we use on our mobiles also store our information on the cloud or on external services. In this case, the data on your phone will be encrypted, but this does not guarantee that it will be encrypted on the service used. Trusted sources for applications. As with software on our computers, we must be careful to use sources that you trust to install applications on mobile. On these mobile devices, they most often take the form of shops, and we can mention the App Store for iOS devices, the Play Store on Android, you yet read Amazon App Store. The iOS App Store is the most secure overall, and Apple conducts a thorough review of apps before submitting them to its store. On the Android side, it is a little more permissive, and this translates in particular into the possibility of installing applications without going through the Play Store, either by directly installing the downloaded applications in their .apk format or by using unofficial stores. Obviously, you should be wary of apps from these unofficial sources, as this is the main entry point for viruses and malware on mobile devices. Policies and procedures. The use of mobile devices in companies has become the norm, and for security reasons, their use is governed by internal company policies. There are generally two possibilities. You use your personal phone for work tasks. This is called BYOD for Bring Your Own Device. You use a device provided by the company. We say corporate owned. In both cases, it can be difficult to separate and protect the user's personal data from the company's data. This is because in a BYOD situation, both types of data are on the same device. For a company-issued device, privacy information can be exposed using the device's GPS, microphone, or camera. To do this, companies often resort to the use of a mobile device management solution, MDM. This makes it possible to centrally manage a fleet of mobile devices and to make geographical or time restrictions, for example, so that professional uses only take place at the workplace and during working hours.